Hi parents, today I'm going to do a little instructional video on how to revise the Afrikaans words with your children using the Afrikaans dictionary that we've sent home. So we understand that Afrikaans can be quite a tricky language to help your children with, especially if it's not a language you're familiar with. So I hope you've been enjoying the videos that you've been seeing on the Globogridge YouTube channel. Those are especially important, especially for when you're revising a sound or revising a theme. So let's talk about the orals first. So in the front of the book, you will see that there's the word gedichte, and that means the poems. So all the poems that we're going to be learning or have learned, some of them are in the front. And what they will need to do is watch the YouTube video that we've put up about this poem and follow along in their book. This is something that they can do every day to help revise a poem that we're learning that week. When it comes to the clunker, these are the sounds that we're learning. Now you will have noticed that each week we let them color in the sound that we're busy with. This is especially important because children learn better when they see the word and the picture alongside. So when they're coloring in the picture, we're revising the word. What does that word mean in English? It means, so if, for example, if we've got baba, that means baby. So it helps them to remember what the word is. So this is especially important to do with your children when they've been asked to do this at home and to go back and revise. Now, a little game that you can play at home when it comes to clunker, and you can do this with any clunk, is you can get your children to open to a page that they've done. Say, for example, now it's the book clunk. Let them watch the video that I've put up on the YouTube channel and revise the sounds. When they've finished watching the video, they go back to this book. And you can play 2 games with them. So the first round can be, you can say to them, put your finger on the word bal. And to practice Afrikaans, you can say, sit jou vinger op die woord beer. Or you can say, put your finger, so that means put your finger on the word bear. And if you want to say, put your finger on the picture, you can say, sit jou vinger op die prent bal, and then they have to put their finger on the picture for ball. So that's a little game you can play. So you can sit there next to them and say to them, okay, you ready? We're going to start. And then you can count them down saying 3, 2, 1, and then you can say, okay, sit jou vinger op die bus, and then the children have to go like that. Sit jou vinger op die beer, then they have to go like that. Sit jou vinger op die bed. Sit jou vinger op die boom. Sit jou vinger op die bad. Sit jou vinger op die baba. So that way, they're not doing it in the same order every day. Because if they do that, they're just going to rote memory it. And it's, you know, it's not really going to be something that, oh, they remember those words. It's just that they're remembering the order. So that's one game, is putting your finger on the word or the picture. And another one that you can play is just by getting, so one side they can choose the picture and you tell them the word. So you telling them what it is. The second game is you point to a word and they have to tell you what it is. So you can be silent and point to this one and they can say, dit is a blom. That means this is a flower. Then you can put your finger there and say, they must tell you, dit is a baba. Dit is a boom. Dit is a blok. Dit is brood. Dit is a bal. Dit is a bat. So those are some games that you can play with any of the sounds that we've learned so far. Please don't do the sounds, don't revise the sounds that we haven't asked the children to learn. That is going to confuse them. Then at the back are the themes that we've learned. This is especially important to revise and to go back on and practice. So definitely the counting, I've noticed they're very good with their counting, but they need to practice their colors. This is something that they need to do, and if they haven't colored in this yet, then they can do so. That is very important, and then they can practice as they go. They can practice family, and then you can play the same games that you were playing with Clunker. You can now do with, for example, Troeteldiere. So you can play the first round where it's you tell them the word, they have to put the finger on it. So if you say voël, they tell you it's a bird. Hamster, hamster. Mace is a mouse. Or you can point to the word and they have to tell you what it is in Afrikaans. Kat, vis, haas, slang, hond. So those are some games that they can play, and these are really simple games that if they've watched the videos and they've listened in class, and even if they aren't the children that are coming to school every day, if they're watching the videos and they're practicing their homework at home, they really will know their work and understand what to do. This is especially important for assessments that we're doing. Just going back to the Clunker, they need to know what the words are in Afrikaans, how to say them, what they mean in English, and what clunk, what sound they begin with. So that's the things that you can ask them. So you can even close the book and say to them, okay, I'm going to tell you a word now, and I want you to tell me what sound it begins with. So for example, you can do fiets, and they have to tell you it begins with a f clunk. If you say baba, they must tell you it starts with a b clunk. So I hope that this instructional video has been helpful in how to revise the Afrikaans at home, and good luck with that. And we look forward to seeing your children all back at school when they're ready. Have a great day, everybody.